I'm a lousy guitarist. I always have been. I play other instruments, but when it comes to the guitar, I've always just kind of hit a wall. I play and I play and I play and I just never get any better. I've been playing on and off for years. Over the last 6 or 7 years, I've actually been trying to take it seriously. I've been learning scales and exercises and all that sort of stuff. And earlier this year, I started having lessons with a proper teacher. I've only had time for 4 lessons because I have a very busy job, but they've been really helpful in improving my understanding of the instrument. But what I found is that as my understanding has improved, my fingers are holding me back. I just can't get past a certain point. So I'm stuck at a level, and I'm stuck by the limitations of my lack of natural ability. I don't know what it is. So the other day I was messing around on the internet and I saw a video for something called Halo Neuroscience. And these are headphones that you put on and they stimulate your brain, and they're supposed to put it into a state of what they call hyperplasticity. Now, I thought, this sounds like bollocks. However, I thought I'd look into it a bit more. I looked online, and what I found was that people who hadn't tried it said exactly what I thought. People who had tried it said, hey, I really got an improvement. Now, I don't know whether those people got an improvement because they spent a lot of money on some expensive junk, expected to improve, practiced with that expectation, and it made them better, or whether the things actually do what they're supposed to. I don't know. But I thought, well, it's worth checking out. When I looked at the website, I found that they sell these things with a 30-day money-back guarantee. And so I thought, okay, I'll get a set, and here they are. I will give them 20 days. And I will give myself some set exercises to do, and I'll record myself now. I'll record myself every one of the 20 days, and I'll see whether or not I actually do improve as a guitar player. Now, I'm well aware that because I've spent money on these things and I am going to be practicing regularly, that may well be a natural effect. It may just be that I naturally improve because I expect to, and because I am practicing with a clear goal in mind. So it might not be the headphones at all. However, even if I improve, and it's not the fault of the headphones, but I believe it is, then it's like one of those situations where you've got you're terminally ill, you believe you get better, the disease goes away. It doesn't really matter what caused the disease to go away. What matters is that you're not going to die. And it's the same with these headphones. It doesn't really matter whether they work or not. If I put them on and I do actually improve, well, then they're worth the money to me. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do exercises on the electric guitar, and I'm going to do a piece on the acoustic guitar. And if I can improve to a level that I'm going to set, then I will consider that the headphones have been a good investment and I won't send them back. If I don't improve to that level, I'm going to say, sorry, didn't quite get there, and I will send them back and get my refund. And here's what I'm going to do on the electric guitar. On the electric guitar, I'm going to do a set of exercises, and they're going to be things like finger pair exercises, okay? So if I do these at a tempo of 80, then you'll hear some of the limitations with my fingers. I'll play on the backbeat. So with my dominant finger pair, that's not too bad. But if I change to weaker fingers, you can hear that there's some lag, some slight sloppiness. And if I change to my 2 weakest fingers, which is 3 and 4, You can really hear that da, 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 that really uneven pairing. Something else I'm going to do is an exercise using 3 notes per string, and each one is alternate picked. And if I can do that, I'll be very, very happy. It sounds very messy now. It's a real mess. And if I try it with my weaker fingers, it's a disaster. I'm playing that at 80. I'd like to be able to play those things smoothly at 100. So that's my goal within this 20-day period. As for the acoustic guitar, what I'm going to do is play a piece that I used to play, but I've now largely forgotten. When I used to play it, I never quite got it under my fingers. It was a bit hard for me. I was fine playing down here, but as I moved up the neck, I just got, grabby and messy, and I got lots of dead notes, and it sounded really bad. And so I was always frustrated. I practiced it for a really long time, and I just never, again, got past a certain level. And the piece is classical gas. So I'll play it for you now. I've largely forgotten it, but if I can get it to a level in 20 days which I would consider to be good enough to get up on stage and perform, then I'd be really happy, because I've never gotten there in the past despite spending a really long time practicing it. Okay. I've forgotten it. Now, it gets a real mess when I do that. It gets really messy, and I've just never been able to play that well. So, if I can get that piece working smoothly on the guitar in 20 days, and I can get those exercises at a metronome beat of 100 working well, then I'm going to consider that the headphones have done their job, whether it's all in my mind or whether it's actually the science working. If, however, at the end of 20 days I haven't reached those goals, well, then Halo Sport will get their headphones back and I'll get my money back. Let's see what happens. Okay, well, they're pushing against my head. Let's give this thing a try. Select a session according to my iPhone. I want to work on my hands and fingers. On my left hand side I can select the amplitude. I'll choose 10 and let's do that. Okay, it's started now. It says it's ramping up. I don't know what that means. We're getting some very pretty graphics here. Oh, looks very pseudo-scientific. They've obviously spent a lot of money on the marketing of this sort of thing. Oh, I can feel a tingling in my head. Here we go. Start training. Okay. What I'll do is I'll start by warming up on the guitar. I'll set my metronome to 60. And that means that I will not be learning bad habits. Maybe I'll set it lower. Maybe I'll set it to 50. Okay, it says the session is complete, and I'm getting a beep and a tip, and it says I am now in the hyperplasticity period. Start training now! Okay, I'll take these things off. Ah! Ooh, that was a little bit tight. Okay. Okay, I'm apparently in a hyperplastic state. Here we go. Well, I'm already starting to notice a slight difference, but I don't know if it's in my mind or if it's actually a result of the Halo Sport. So, at the outset, I'm still cynical. Okay, I am hyperplastic still. I've been practicing for a bit over half an hour, and I found that concentration seemed slightly improved. I don't know, you know, I've got 20 days to figure it out, so we'll see how it goes. Now I'm moving to the acoustic guitar and playing classical gas. And I'm just going to practice it as I would any other piece. I'm going to sit here and read it and work on difficult sections and do all of that sort of stuff. So I'll start with difficult sections. Nope. What I'm finding here is, and again, I don't know if this is a placebo effect or not, I'm finding that I'm concentrating a little better. My fingers are a little more accurate. I'm leaping up to the 8th fret much more comfortably. You know, in the past it's always kind of been oh, I have to play and I have to jump to the 8th fret, but here it's much more natural reach. So that's a tiny gain I've noticed today. So that's the end of my first training session with these strange things. The first 20 minutes was a warm-up, then there was an hour where I practiced, and yeah, I found I was concentrating more, but as I said, that may simply be because I was thinking, do these things work? And watching my fingers and wondering. So it may simply have been more reflective practice. I don't know. I'm going to have a better idea at the end of 20 days. Cheers.